Bale bearings have been rolling out of Marcrest since 2007. Have you ever wondered what it takes to build a bale bearing? It is made of many parts. Steel is cut, formed, welded, and painted. But how do these parts all go together to make a working machine? People make that happen. Without them, the bale bearing is just a collection of parts. Designing, purchasing, assembling, testing, delivering, and servicing the bale bearing is not done by a group of people, but by an extraordinary team at Marcrest.
Well, Marcrest started, like so many other companies have in the past, out of necessity to make something, and other people see it and they want it, and suddenly you're in business.
Found it intriguing and amazing that there's a farmer built something to make his life better. The machine that Mark had come up with was to minimize the intensive labor required to do small square bale production.
So when we were making the first prototype in the shop, the first winter, a farmer had come in and wondered, what are we making? And when he found out what it is, he said, well, that machine will be the savior of the small square bale.
When I started in at Marcrest, it was basically a small on-farm business. I don't think anyone expected it to grow this quickly. As the company grew, we moved on to a new facility out on the main highway, and that's what you see as Marcrest today.
I'm a third-year mechanical engineering student at University of Guelph, and I'm here for a work term at Marcrest. What brought me here was living locally, knowing about the bale bearings, and growing up on a farm, just different talk about this rising company.
So Dad actually reached out to Mark and was wondering if they'd be interested in me working here for the summer, and Mark and Ted jumped all over it.
I was just looking to do something else, something different, and trying to improve my English. I love farm equipment and also the small bale market because we make some small bale at home in France.
The best part of my job is working with the young students and the young engineering group. They can certainly learn from my experience, and I want to help them to learn. At the end of the day, they're the future of that company.
I really enjoy my role as engineering manager here, guiding the team to come up with new and innovative designs that improve the products that we make and just improving customer experiences.
What Marcrest is to me is a fantastic privilege to work with family. It's an exciting place to go to. I'm part of something larger, something unique, and something that not everybody else is doing, and that's exciting.
We're all equally as important. We all have a voice. They listen to our suggestions, and everybody works together and helps everybody else.
You know, we talk about the Marcrest family of, you know, the bale bearing owners, whether you're part of the bale bearing owners Facebook page or, you know, it's kind of a group of people that work together. It's really incredible to see. I don't know if there's 1,500 members on that page and somebody asks a question and there's other guys chime in with answers, and they often beat me to it, and then I'll read through it. Oh yeah, they got it. You know, it's fixed. So it's very integrated people working together, and it's really good to see.
To me anyway, I just like working for Marcrest, and to me bale bearing, it's not a piece of equipment. For me, it's more than that. When something goes wrong at Marcrest, we just change a gear and we try to fix it right away. The Mennonite people, they are so patient with everybody, and when they're doing something, they are patient. In 2 years, I never seen someone mad to someone else, because like I said, everybody tried to be respectful. It takes patience, concentration, memory, and thinking to do the job right.
It's very important to be working with the right people. It's also very important to be the right person.
Communication here at at Marcrest, there's different levels for me of communication that I can have. And I'm kind of an old school guy. I can sit in my desk chair and know that Mark's door is always open, ask Mark a random question, and he always gives me an answer. My engineering team is 10 feet away. To me, there's no better communication than sitting down with somebody and getting the answer.
Encourage good teamwork in assembling the bale bearings and good communication.
The team here in Forwards communicates well and works well together.
It's important to communicate between heavy assembly, final assembly, and sales.
I met with Mark at the previous facility and discussed a new machine with him, and he was happy enough to take me for a tour, and I was completely blown away with what they were producing. We're all aware of if someone's going through a struggle, everybody's there for them. It makes you feel like part of the family, and that's a good feeling to have.
I love the culture of our business here. I think it feels like we're a great big family where everyone cares about each other and is always willing to help each other out.
Everybody are respectful, and that's very important for me.
Everything is about people. Without our customers, we wouldn't be here, and without our employees, we couldn't produce, couldn't supply.
Very positive, like very encouraging, open, I guess, environment to be willing to ask questions. At least for me, I find I learn well by asking questions because I know that that my questions will be valued and taken honestly. That really helps me personally.
For me, Marcrest is a great place to work because the people. Like I say, if you're willing to learn, they're willing to teach. And there's no judgment if you don't know something.
Well, what brought me to Marcrest, pretty simply, is my love for farm machinery. And Marcrest does some pretty unique stuff. And then, to me, that was very, very interesting.
When I moved into the office, I had a lot of learning to do. Mark and his son Keith had a lot of helpful pointers for me. They've been very helpful to point me in the right direction for designs. And
there's always more to learn. You learn something new every day.
My father died when I was 9 years old, and I didn't have anybody to show me. And Mark has taught me a lot.
You have to surround yourself with good people. And as a company, we have been blessed to acquire talented individuals as employees, and that's what it takes to produce and supply our product.
I learned about myself, and I learned about the people, because in the shop there is many people from a bit everywhere.
A wide variety of things you can learn, a lot of different people you can interact with and work with, good team of people to work with. Yeah, it's a good opportunity for anyone wanting to learn a wide variety of different things, anything from hydraulics to electronic.
I've been here 12 years. I'm considered family. I consider them family.
I've been here at Marcrest for 5 years, going on 6.
I've been working 11 years here.
When I went back to school after my co-op term, I had a better idea of the processes of manufacturing and what you can do with the different machines and what the options are while designing sets. It's a fairly big aspect of engineering design.
We have a really great group of guys here to work with. We have different cultures. We respect each other's feelings. We work together as a family.
Seems like there's a lot of trust between all the family members, and it just seems to work smoothly.
We are treated as family here, and I can say it's been a very positive experience. What makes us feel like a family company is the fair treatment of all workers and a positive work environment where no one gets left behind.
The culture at Marcrest is a place where people build each other up, they care about each other, they respect each other. Everybody can be who they are without discrimination, without being judged.
The little things making a big difference in the production world is mostly your relationships with your people.
No, I've been very impressed with the engineering and design guys here and the knowledge that they bring and just their willingness to share.
When we start the 50 to 50, the new series, We had a few troubles in the shop. The engineering guys, they were almost every day in the shop to try to improve it because they have to.
What I like that Marcrest, it's a new building and everything's nice and clean, and each worker has his own toolbox.
First we are making the side frames and then put them in the chamber and making the bottom frame and put the chamber on the bottom frame and weld them together.
We have nice people to work with, a nice shop, nice tools. It's nice and clean. And we're working closely with other people.
Still right now, I don't know ranches, which one biggest, which one is smaller. I ride on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I know which one big, which one small. I'm enjoying working with my team. I'm very happy.
It is a bit of a puzzle if you don't have it planned out. If you have it planned out, then it's much easier.
Hats off to the guys welding the parts, to the guys actually painting them, to the guys actually assembling them and putting them together. That's their heart and soul, is that finished machine coming off the line just perfect.
So for the quality control, at times it involves me going over to the other shops, working on their jigs, figuring out what's going on and why it's happening, keep in close contact with the assembly bay, make sure I follow up as quick as possible.
There's definitely a high expectation when it comes to the quality, and there's a good working together there of making sure that that happens, that the quality is good when it goes out from the shop.
They ensure that the product can be built repeatably of the same quality, the same specifications every time.
You have to be on top of it from a quality perspective. So it's very, very important that we stay on top of quality at all times so that we don't have those issues in the back.
So in the sales department, it's actually quite easy. I feel like I have an easy job to do. For me, working at Marcrest, I can't explain how honored I am to be here and to be representing a company that has grown and supplied such quality equipment to their customer base throughout the world.
I really treasure all the connections I've made across the world, all the people I get to talk to in one given day. I will talk to someone in the UK, someone in Germany, someone in France, someone in Australia, all in one day. And those are people I know, those are people that I've established friendships with. They're friends, they're more than just clients or vendors.
It just amazes you how it gets out the door and the next day they have it. I like how that works.
You know, Mark has taught me over the last few years that sales sells the first one, but service sells the rest. And that's a culture that's been proven here at Marcrest.
It's important for me to communicate between heavy assembly, final assembly, and sales to ensure that the customer will get the equipment that he has ordered.
Making sure the customer is getting exactly what they need. The bail bearings all look the same, but we have a very large variety of different options, and I think it's up to me to ask the right questions and make sure the customer is ordering their machine suited the best to fit their requirements within their operation.
Yes, it gets hectic. Yes, it gets stressful at times, but you still have to be that guy that a customer can interact with. So as an employee here at Marcrest, input on decisions for myself, I definitely would have a lot of influence on stuff. And the reason I say that is because I'm getting a lot of feedback from the end user. No, the customer does not care how much you know until they know how much you care. So you got to connect with a customer and let them know that you really are there for them and you care about what's going on. And then from there you can put your knowledge to play.
I just love when I said bye to the customer and you say, okay, have a good day, Sebastian, and thank you.
There's issues with it sometimes. They're willing to communicate, they're willing to work with you, they're willing to and give you assistance if needed. The communication is excellent, whether it's email, phone calls. You're definitely kept in the loop with what's upcoming.
Well, Grand Ridge Carriers, we're operating 17 trucks, primarily open deck trailers going across North America. Communication has been exceptional. It's great, open, and transparent, and very willing to work and make it a very workable relationship.
We're working at a lot of the shields for the bale bearing. We do the railings here, we do the needles, we do oil tanks, twine boxes. We enjoy working with a family-run company like Marcrest, and we consider their team as fellow team members and as friends.
Yeah, in transportation, not every day goes as anticipated and planned, and we run into unforeseen events. For instance, I do remember one particular load we were going to Texas with and had an exceptional delay. It was something that happened on the truck, and we needed to get service work done, and everybody involved in the process, understanding the delays, and it was just a good experience and helps us to see how they understand business, their desire, the culture again coming through to proactive approaches to whatever problem will arise. We all know they are going to happen at times. Our desire is to eliminate them as best we can, and I think they understand that that's our goal, but at times that isn't the case, and they step alongside and work with us.
The culture at Marcrest is very service oriented. If they can improve how their suppliers build products or how their customers handle hay, then they will be ready to help.
Working through some of the challenges that we face, even within some slight modifications to the bale bearing to help tying down better, nicer for the drivers, for everyone involved. They're just there to help out, have an interest, to make it work, and it's just fantastic for us.
They aren't scared to invest in research and development. Since we started working with them on a single prototype in the beginning to now they have a whole product line.
While we were into transporting and he had moved into hauling hay, and we knew of each other, I guess, and developed a working relationship. I can just imagine Mark's wheels turning as he was slaving away, slugging these small bales, filling one 53-foot trailer after the next. I remember those days very well.
Back in 2009, my dad had started working at Weidman's Farm Service, a company that was involved in developing the bale bearing. When he decided to move on with his own business from there, then his relationship with Marcrest that had developed from that was vital in making that possible for him to start a small farm-based business.
They have good leadership group. They have nice facilities. They have their product. They also pay a lot of attention to detail. Whether you work there or looking to work there, they want people that have that attention to detail and quality. I think that's what Mark wants to see, whether it's from somebody that works there or whether it's from us or whether it's from other shops that work with them as well. Oh, there's definitely a lot of trust between us and them.
Well, it has been a very good experience. We appreciate the relationship, the people, and just the good business relationship we can sense that they like to have with their key vendors, suppliers. It's been a very good experience for us.
With Marcrest, I know that the input that comes not just from outside suppliers like us, but also from within, is given real consideration and is worked into how the business is run.
Well, we're loaded with bale bearings at Marcrest probably upwards to 3 times a week at this point in time. And that's been quite an increase over the years, and we deliver them all across the U.S., some into the Canadian West. Poteet, Texas being a very regular delivery point, but there's a lot of different states that we deliver these units to, and there's a lot of farmers happy and making good use of the bale bearings across the entire North American continent.
People there are great to communicate with, and they've got great processes in place for building their products, so that makes our work a lot easier as well.
I still remember one day, a warm, busy day at Marcrest, Mark brought in ice cream and pie for everybody, so that was nice from him.
Been very, very reasonable with me, especially with like with some of my episodes there, health-wise. They've been real good. If I'm tired, cut back my hours or go home or whatever. Or if I need help lifting something, just holler and get somebody else. No, it's been real good, real good.
I would say that's the best place to work for what I ever experienced. So.
Very good place to work.
Being shop foreman here at Marcrest has been a really great experience for me.
There's nothing like working for Marcrest.
Because we just, to me anyway, I just like working for Marcrest.
I really enjoy watching machines being loaded, seeing the truck pull out, and every detail is the way you wanted it. Everything's been assembled as instructed. The customer's getting a good machine, and that's the way we want it.
When I see a bale bearing working in the field, it gives me a sense of accomplishment just to know that we help make another person's work easier.
When I see a bale bearing on the field, I was proud that I have part on it.
You see a bale bearing in the field, and nobody, being in manufacturing, not just everyone appreciates what's went into getting it to that point.
Well, when I see a bale bearing working in the field, it's a very good feeling to know that that company and that we can have a working relationship.
So it's a bit of an association for us, but the real value in a bale bearing is the way it works.
The bale bearing is a unique product, and I feel very privileged to have been a part of it.
When I see a bale bearing in the field, I think of the parts, the process, but more importantly, the people behind it that build it. And I'm proud to be part of that team.
Yeah, when it's with my family with me, when I'm driving, hey guys, I work on this machine. You look a sticker. I'm doing this sticker.
So when I see a bale bearing in the field, I'm humbled to be part of this big Marcrest story.
Yeah, so when I see a bale bearing out at somebody's farm, whether I'm there for working on it or whether I'm just driving by, it's a good reaction. It's, I don't know, for lack of a better term, it's a sense of pride, sense of ownership,
Looking forward into the future, I would like to see that innovation continue, and I can say what I see, and in the next generation getting involved and taking a hold and seeing the talent there, I know it will continue.
As you can see, it's the people at Marcrest and its extended family of vendors that are behind the bale bearing's quality. They take a lot of pride in their work to build and service the bale bearing so that customers can turn small bales into big production.